Hello everyone. My name is Shashank Kumar and I am here with my first Android tutorial video. So before getting into Android, I want to make sure that you are already familiar with Java programming language. Although Kotlin is now the official language for Android, you don't need to learn Kotlin now to start creating apps. We will cover creating apps with Kotlin in our future tutorials. So let's talk about Android first. Android is the most dominating mobile OS industry in the world, and there are millions of apps on Play Store and there are always good chances of getting successful on Play Store by your Android app. In this tutorial series I will teach you to create awesome apps, from starting as a complete beginner in Android. In this video we will create our first app and see how things work. You must have already downloaded Android Studio and Java JDK, and installed it on your PC. If you haven't done that, then do that first and come back to this video, okay? So now you have installed Android Studio and set up everything. Let's create our first project. Here in this window, you have to click on Start a new Android Studio project. You can see I have Android Studio 2.3.2 version. In this version of Android Studio you will not get support for Kotlin, but we don't need that now, so it's okay. Okay, now in this window here, you have to fill up the most basic info about your app, like application name, package name, domain, etc. Now this is a very important part. The package name must be unique. So, use some unique word in this, and remember, don't use example word in package name, because when you will upload it to Play Store, package name with example is rejected, and you will run into problems. Here, at bottom you have to specify project location. Okay, now I have to name it. Let's name it My Application Test. You can name it anything you want. After naming it we can now click on Next. Now in this window, you have to select the form factors. The type of devices your app will run on. So here, you can see something called Minimum SDK. Now it means the lowest Android version on which your app can run. Now we have multiple options to select, but if you are like me, you probably thinking that my app will run on latest Android version. It will be cool, yeah, then you are wrong. Because currently, less than 1% of Android phones runs Nougat, so very few people can use your app and you'll get nothing. Now, it means you have to select something lower than this. Now, if you go up, and select Android 2.3 version, you can see 100% of device can run your app. So, everyone can use your app. But we are not going to select the lowest one because, the lower the SDK you choose, lesser the functionality you get. So, we will select 4.0.3, it is compatible with almost all of the devices. You can also create apps for Wears and Android TVs, but for now we have to just select phones and tablets. Now click on Next. Here, you will get many pre-designed activities for you. We will learn how to create these activities in upcoming videos, but for now just select blank activity. It is very basic type of activity and best for getting started. Click on Next. Here, you can name your activity and layout file. We will learn about both of them in next video. Now, click Finish and wait for it to be built. Now here our project is ready, and you can see the Android Studio interface, which should be unfamiliar to you, and you don't know what to do. Don't worry, you'll learn everything. Now, what you get in a blank activity is a layout XML file and an activity class file. Actually, the layout XML file and the activity class file together constitute an activity. Everything you see on the screen is in layout file, and every action and event that happens is handled in class file. Now, we can see that here's the layout XML file. You can see a screen on here, which is the preview of how it will look. Here, you can see there is a hello world text. You can simply add text to this screen by drag and drop. We can move it with the mouse cursor to change its position, or you can click on text, here, at bottom, and write XML code to do it. You can see some lines of code here. Now, what the following code means is, their coordinate layout, declared at top, and under it, its properties are present. Now a coordinate layout is a type of layout, which is the default layout when you create an activity. Here, in the activity class file, as it is a Java file, you can see the import statements here, and at the top, there is the package name, which we have declared at the time of creating project. Now, as I told you from beginning, we are going to create our first app. Now you are probably think that I haven't done anything in this application, so how the app gonna run? So, my friend, when you create a new project it automatically creates a hello world app for you. So, let's run this app. But first, we have to start emulator, so, click here at this AVD manager icon, and here, click on create new virtual device. Now select a device. I will select Pixel. After that select a system image. I will tell you more about AVDs later on. Now I will name it test and click on finish. Now you can see that our device is there. To run this emulator, click on play button on here, and wait for it to start. If you have never used an emulator before, then think of these as real devices. It takes some time to boot up, like a real device. Creating a virtual device is like buying a new phone. You get the same feeling. I used to test my apps on different virtual devices. It's kind of fun. It will take some time to start. In that meantime, I will show you how to customize the Hello World text view. Now to do that you have to click on the Hello World text view and you can see the properties panel at the right side of the window. Here you can make all kind of changes in a view. Now, I will change the appearance of the text to display 1, which will make it big. Let's move it a bit, and yeah, position it correct. By the way, there is no use of positioning it in coordinate layout, because after running the app, it will show text on top left of screen. This is because coordinate layout fills up the screen, from top left, unlike the relative layout, which set the view's position with respect to other views' position. You can also add items to screen by dragging them from widgets panel. At here, okay, I think the emulator is ready. So, we can run this by clicking here, and selecting our AVD. Now it will start build our app, which usually takes some time. So wait for it, but remember, you should not make any kind of changes when the app is building, because it may cause problems or build errors, though they are very rare. And if you want, you can check the process progress down here. It shows number of processes running and if app is installing or launching or anything else. It could be really helpful. So, here it is, our app is installing. Great job! We have created our first Android app, but we have a really long way to go. So never stop learning, and see you in the next video.